Welcome back, HeroFest. Welcome back, Twitch. Bonjour, grüezi, buongiorno. And welcome to everyone in attendance. And of course to you guys watching from home, im tram, dans le bus, or in Uber. So, now it's time to lay down your controller, stop snacking on the bed, put in both earpods, or just turn up the volume, because this is the weekend Swiss eSport fans all around the country have been waiting for. Match day by match day, our athletes threw everything they got at each other, so now only a few selected ones remains, and we are here where we are now, HeroFest, Twitch, this is it. These are the Swisscom Hero League Grand Finals. My name is Rito, you can call me Reto, Reto, whatever you want to call me, that's fine by me. And I'm going to be your host for the next 3 Hero League finals we're going to have here on stage. And I'm going to start off by asking you, dear audience, can you please prove to the Twitch chat that you're actually there? Can you make some noise right now? Very nice, thank you. So, Twitch chat, you see, I have a quest for you guys as well. Please, make the mods work, make them earn their money, spam the chat, and keep up the energy. Thank you. So, yeah, there are about to be a million goblins, skeletons, dragons, and whatnot dancing across our screen, because we're about to enter our first grand final, which is the ultimate Swiss esports mobile competition. It is the grand final of Clash Royale. I would start by introducing our 2 players for this grand final. Please welcome with me on stage from the organizations EG Swiss and Mindsanity, Datshim and SenpaiRekt. Welcome on stage, boys. Hello, everything good? Cool?
Everything fine.
Nice. I'm going to start off by you, Datshim. You're the challenger. You're the new guy in town. I think for people who don't know you, you had a pretty impressive run throughout the season. You were in the season final already last year. I think you feel pretty confident. Do you think this is the season to take home the title?
Yeah, probably this will be the season, better than last season, I think. And yeah, I trained a lot, and I hope my best.
You have some revenge to do, right? You
Yes.
told me beforehand.
Yes.
You already beat Senpai during the regular season. Do you think you're going to apply kind of the same strategy, or have you prepared something special for this final?
I have prepared something special.
Very nice, very nice. That's what we like to hear. Would you have, I don't know, any last words maybe for Senpai, anything you want to say to him before the grand final?
Yeah, let's have a good fight and a friendly fight, yeah.
Nice, Swiss answer. I like it. Thank you very much, Datshim. And I'm coming over to our still reigning champion, Senpai. This would be the 4th time you defend your title, but I think this season went quite differently for you than the ones before, right?
Yeah, I'm actually in the army, so I don't really have time to practice, etc. So it's quite tough, but I still made it here, and I'm going to make the most out of it.
Very nice. Datshim seems pretty... That just happened. No worries. Everything is cool. Datshim seems pretty hungry. He seems thirsty as well, and pretty ready for this final. You lost against him during the season. Have you prepared? Have you made some adjustments to not let that happen again now?
Yeah, I think he predicted me pretty well, so now I've changed that and made sure that I'll bring out decks that he doesn't expect. And yeah, I think that should be fine, hopefully.
Cool. Anything else you want to say to Datshim before the match starts, maybe?
Yeah, I'm going to do the best to make this match like last season's match.
A 4-0, yeah, if you remember. Good, thank you very much. Good luck, Datshim. Good luck, Senpai. I wish you guys much fun with the show, and hold on 1 second. Leave you guys to our 2 very competent casters over there, Luca and Jean-Paul. Thank you very much, guys.
Well, hello there, and a very warm welcome also from the caster desk here, live at the HeroFest in Bern. We've waited long, we've been very, very excited, and finally the day has come to witness the peak of Swiss Clash Royale action. And once again, I have the great pleasure here to be casting this all with my dear friend and colleague in chief, Avalon, here today. How are you doing, mate?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. And it's a pleasure to be here and to commentate on this amazing grand final with my dear friend here, Don Luca Rigoni. It's going to be super great. And yeah, I can't wait. Those two very humble players, we've seen them there, but I think both of them expect to win. It's going to be some intense matches here. What we have to say here is that Datshim, he made it flawlessly to this final. This is really incredible. And I think Senpai as well. Senpai, the only match he lost was actually against Datshim in the qualifier.
For those of you tuning in for the first time, we've struggled about as much pronouncing Datshim's name properly than his opponents have with defeating him. And yeah, until today, he remained undefeated ever since last season's grand finals here, also at the HeroFest in Bern. Of course, under very different circumstances back then. We already heard it. SenpaiRekt, he's currently serving his military duty, which is, of course, a bit his demise in terms of practice hours he can really get in. But this, of course, opens up the opportunity for other players to shine. And I gotta say, like, especially for this season, Datshim has been the big star here.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's been absolutely the first time that somebody actually made it without a single loss to the finals. And in the last match, last time we casted in the qualifier, we had a chance to talk to Datshim, and he explained us the secret recipe on how this worked, how he made this possible, and actually it's hard work.
Yeah.
What he did is he really paid attention to all the matches his opponents did, always 2 days before he played against them. And so he basically knew exactly how they're going to play, what they're going to play, and that was really the recipe for his flawless victory. Here it's a little bit different because we know that Senpai didn't actually have so much time to prepare because of the military, so probably it wasn't so easy to actually predict what he's going to be playing.
Yeah, and one more big thing we just had dropped on us in Clash Royale was, of course, the start of Season 16 with the introduction of the card number 100, being that Electro Giant, as well as the Electro Spirit that's scheduled to be released on the 14th of October, if I'm not mistaken. But both of the players, they have agreed to not play the Electro Giant today, but nevertheless we still have had some balance changes coming in. The biggest one of those, in my opinion, being the first hit delay nerf that the Musketeer has received. A Musketeer, a card that we've seen throughout the entirety of
every
this
match. It was crazy. So many Musketeers.
Like just Knight and Musketeer together being such an incredibly popular and also successful combination of cards.
And unfortunately for the Giant Skeleton, we didn't see a nerf. But the Giant Skeleton was also in every
You'll get
single...
over it. I'll pat you on your back right now, but due to the plexiglass here, I can't.
We actually have a little holy ring.
It's like we can do it like this. I hold your hand.
Hold your hand through the glass, like in Star Trek. I don't know the number. But yeah, what was I just saying? Yeah, the Giant Skelly. The Giant Skelly is really a card that we've seen so much. I don't understand why that one wasn't nerfed, because it can really be annoying to play against.
It can be, and it can be pretty frustrating as well. Another card that has been pretty frustrating ever since its introduction, or rather its rework, has been the Heal Spirit. And we've seen another nerf come to that. If you guys remember, we already had lost the Clash Royale season in Season 15. We had its heal radius nerfed by 12.5%. And now also the heal amount has been reduced by quite a significant margin.
It was a card that was really played in almost every match because it's so cheap and it's so useful.
Yeah, it's like you cycle it. If you just get the slightest amount of value out of it, it's already worth its elixir cost. You can cycle through your deck and to your win conditions.
But I always thought it's not so easy to play, actually. You need to time it right, otherwise it will just be killed and not do anything. So there is a skill cap to the card.
There definitely is. But like on the level of like pros and also our players here in the Swisscom Hero League,
they know
ESL, it's like they're min-maxing so much anyways, and then if you can heal up your win conditions by just
it's really
picks, It's just
You've also
incredible
been
value.
there. We were once in a presentation by Senpai where he explained strategy of the game, and
Yeah.
it's really tile by tile is what makes the difference, and they know exactly where to place each card for maximum effect. It looks so easy, but then if you place it one tile to the left or right, it completely changes its behavior.
Yeah, I mean, I think this was just the incredible thing we've seen throughout Season 4 here in the Swisscom Hero League. I personally feel like the game right now is in a very healthy state.
It is.
Outside of like one or two
Agreed, yeah.
cards that are just very strong. They're not necessarily
giant
like
skeleton.
broken, in your opinion.
In my opinion.
Some people might disagree, especially probably Datshim.
Maybe.
But yeah, I feel like the game is in a very healthy state right now, and we've seen so many different archetypes, win conditions, and just general approaches come into this season that it's really been such a pleasure and a blast to watch. And yeah, while in the end a lot of matches have come down to just matchup advantages,
Yeah, that's
a
unfortunate.
lot of times when it was even and you didn't have like a clear advantage just based on those win conditions, the games have really been super, super close. And it really were those inches that in the end made a big, big difference.
Crazy. So what kind of deck archetype would you like to see today?
I'm personally still kind of fascinated how well the Royal Recruits decks are doing.
Yeah, that's also one of the cards. Yeah, you could call it broken.
It's like,
Because
it's very
everywhere.
interesting because it's a very different dynamic, because with a lot of those classic win conditions like Golem, like even Elixir Golem or Giant Skeleton or whatnot, you're always like focusing one lane essentially. But with the Royal Recruits in general, your game plan is more or less focusing on that split push.
Yeah, it's attacking both lanes.
yes,
and
yes,
they're
exactly.
strong cards. So here we're going into the game. The players are getting ready. The hype is real. I'm looking forward to this match. We have two players here really
we should also do some hype.
Oh, yeah.
It's time. It's time to get some hype.
It's time to get some hype.
There we go.
Let's get them fired up here.
Perfect. We're prepared. We're prepared.
Trying to wake up the audience a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Just-
high quality production right here, and we are ready.
Just relaxing, enjoying the games. And yeah, we're sorry we had to wake you up, guys.
Yeah, yeah. I hope.
I actually really enjoy this time that we're able to see the audience. We're not
That's
backstage.
true.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So actually, when we're looking in the direction of the camera, we see the audience. Guys, we see you.
Yeah,
So we're going-
they finally trust us with showing our faces
Yeah.
to the public, like also
Yeah,
in
finally.
real life. So people
I was
realize
not so sure about your
we're not
face,
just
but-
green screens, we're a hologram.
Yeah.
But here, the SenpaiRekt
go.
is actually starting out with a skeleton barrel here on the right-hand side, plus the barb barrel there to finish off those pesky skeletons.
Is
the
it
bands
a
here
double
come-
barrel deck again? We see the Senpai at least with the double double barrel.
double
also with
barrel
the shotgun
deck
hunter.
here.
Oh, that
And
looks
there's the
actually
double
like a
giant.
Sparky deck here.
It certainly looks like it.
Datshim.
There's a bomb tower.
I like Sparky. I would be happy if it's Sparky.
And the fans for both of these players coming out was actually
Okay, we
the
have
giant skeleton, to probably your big happiness. It is the giant skeleton that was banned out, and then the miner on the side of Datshim. We have a bit of.
I'm really happy that the
here.
Giant Skelly is banned.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. You must be really happy. But right now, okay, we see the players, but I think the gameplay is frozen.
Yeah, we are
right
waiting
now.
for the gameplay. Now we see ourselves actually on the screen.
It's also nice. We have so many screens where we can have a look at ourselves.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
always great to have.
I think they have a little problem with showing the game at the moment. I hope we're getting back to the game very
back.
quickly.
Yeah, they're just filling up. Okay.
Yeah.
There was a bit of an exchange here. Damage lead currently
There we are.
in the advantage
There's the
for
Sparky.
SenpaiRekt
Oh, it's frozen.
with about 470 damage
Oh, there's a
advantage.
beautiful sparkling Sparky.
I hear the rocket. I hear the rocket in the deck.
You hear
from
rocket?
SenpaiRekt. Rocket probably just took out the Sparky there. Yes, it did.
Yeah, there's the rocket.
But it
That's
didn't
of course
get the
a
value.
very good counter to the Sparky.
He didn't get the value onto the tower, and there now is
The little
another
Dark Goblin,
Glasrohr Kobold.
Flöten-Kobold. Senpai in the lead. We haven't seen it, but he's in the lead, doing well here.
Now, big push here coming out from Datshim on that right-hand side. Double barrels going down again.
The
There's a
bomb
lot of
tower
damage
cost
coming down.
Very good counter here to the Goblin.
800 damage, 800 HP, I mean, remaining on that right-hand
Sparky
side
again.
here.
Senpai again with the rocket.
And
It's
there
such
comes
a
another
good
one.
counter to
Poor
Sparky.
Sparky.
Poor Sparky.
He's just not allowed to participate today. And there is just another Dart Goblin. And yeah, in combination with that bomb tower, just so hard, dare I say, impossible here for Datshim to really push through. And then the
Going
rocket,
into the first overtime.
yeah,
Sparky
there it is.
shooting the Dark
Sparky,
Goblin.
lot of value there. I think that's
This
just
time,
more
no
rockets
rocket
here.
here by Senpai. He's out of elixir, but he's got bomb tower.
And there's another barrel now coming
Sparky
in.
shooting backwards.
Sparky turning around, taking those down.
Small timing problem there. Hunter didn't take out the Skellies, so the Sparky turned around. Datshim needs this push here. He's behind. Nice snowball.
Great skeleton barrel there used for defense. And yet another bomb tower here coming in for the side of SenpaiRekt, getting a lot of value in there. The goblin hits there being denied. And there's another round of skeletons that managed to stymie this push.
And the log. It's only 1 minute left, so currently Senpai is winning by chip damage if he just holds this little advantage that he's got right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I just don't really see a way for Datshim to push past these bomb towers here.
Yeah, the bomb tower is an amazing defense against the giant goblin and the spark.
Oh, and there are more death damage and some skeletons, I think.
Down.
Yeah,
Three
can
75.
just get it with a rocket here, I think.
And there's the
there
rocket.
it is. Rocket comes in together with the log, and that's a 1-0 here
takes the
coming
lead.
in
Woo!
for SenpaiRekt, who is looking to defend his title here. Will he be able to become the back-to-back
Four
Swisscom
times
Hero League champion?
That would be so crazy if he's actually able to make it and win it for the 4th time. I mean, don't be too fast here. He's just taking the lead. He's not winning yet.
Well, one big change we had coming into this season compared to last season is relegating back to a best-of-5 series, so one game already means more. That's why, of course, he was able to take it 4-0 last season. This time, it could only possibly be a 3-0.
3-0, that would be very fast, and I would be very sad for the audience if it's such a big match.
Yeah.
Such a short match.
But what I really liked about this first game was Senpai, he did exactly what he promised in the pre-game interview. He said he's going to bring some decks that Datshim is not expecting, and he did exactly that. And you could kind of tell he had the upper hand throughout the entirety of this first game, essentially. Yeah. He was able to get in some early chip damage. He only took about like 600 HP off.
He also had
tower.
a big deck advantage because he had the rocket against the Sparky. That was a huge advantage that he had there. But then in the end, he didn't even have to use the rocket. He was able to just use the bomb tower and counter with the bomb tower.
Yeah.
So that was also a lucky deck choice, but it was also a deck choice that Datshim was not prepared for.
Yeah, absolutely so. And now it's really on Datshim here to switch it up a bit and adapt to what he's seen coming out from the side of SenpaiRekt.
So they're preparing. You can see them here on screen. No, you can't. We can. They're totally focused here, preparing their decks.
And we can have a look at chat. That's always so nice.
Maybe making their final changes to the decks. Do you think they're going to switch? You want to read that message you have there on the screen? Message from Senpai here.
Yeah, shout out to Daddy and Rikabua. I think that's his two
Senpai sending messages here through the chat, and of course we deliver them.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Shout out.
Make him profit of that reach. And he, like both of these players, they have their support stuff in the background. It's always also important to stress that because, of course, here we only see them performing on stage and in the games. but there's of course also like coaches and analysts and other teammates in the background who just help them out day by day, help them strategize and analyze their opponents, help them prepare
it's hard
decks.
to make it on your own.
yeah.
They all need help. And they have very good people helping them to prepare for the matches.
Yes,
And I
absolutely.
think that's also a great difference.
Yeah, and they're already preparing themselves here to head into what is game
I
number
mean, an
2
analyst
of
that
this
looks at what your opponent plays, how he plays, maybe some little mistakes that he makes that he doesn't even know himself, that will certainly help you if you have that knowledge. And we're going into the game.
There we are. Game number 2 is on the way here. Some friendly emotes here being exchanged. And now let's see what these two players decide to bring into this match.
Just waiting, I guess, for the game.
Do we have another? No. No handshake this time into double elixir time. But knights and a baby giant here.
The little goblin has a party at least.
Could it be? I think Datshim is bringing the graveyard. And
Baby
potentially
dragon here on
SenpaiRekt
top.
as well.
Baby dragon.
Will we have a mirror match is what I'm wondering here.
I'm not
So far
actually
it doesn't
sure
look
that
like
the
it.
audience sees the match, so
Yeah, they can.
okay.
And yeah, it's
Oh yeah.
like a pretty exact mirror match up here. Bar Barrel also coming in there.
Because you see the screen, I don't. There.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
This time we have the privilege. We can like be perfectly on par with
The
our
bar pop.
viewers
The
here.
bar pop is an expensive card, but it's a strong card if you're able to play it. You have to be careful with using your elixir if you play the bar pop, so that you have enough to actually place it. The
Yeah,
little
absolutely.
pirate.
And now we see another knight and yet another Baby Dragon coming in.
Yeah, they're
I'm guessing
having a
you're going to
party.
see this exchange for a while here.
You can tell they both enjoy this grand final here where they made it. It's really amazing.
Yeah, I mean, what do you want more? You have your friends and loved ones who can spectate you here live. You have some nice equipment, some comfy chairs.
It's
And,
funny here. That actually looks like almost a mirror. It is a mirror deck so far.
It's an exact
How can that happen?
by the looks of it. Maybe they just copied off each other.
Yeah.
It's like in German politics. They all plagiarize from each other.
Do they?
Shout out for everyone who
graveyard.
gets that reference. And now
look at
SenpaiRekt
the little knight
getting
on
in
the
a ton of
tower.
damage
Look
here.
at
And the
damage.
skeletons take down
First
that right-hand
for
tower.
Senpai.
What a turn of events here. SenpaiRekt just slowly building up a push and then coming in big here. Has the poison as well to counter Datshim's.
Another
Datshim's,
graveyard here by Datshim on that tower.
I think Datshim gave this up a little bit. Poisons the king tower here and he knows
That didn't
this
work.
is kind of over.
That was a good defense there by Senpai.
A full health, more or less, Princess Tower. All in the meantime, he really gets overrun here. So yeah,
Baby Dragon on the
Mirror.
King Tower. Yeah, I think with only 8 seconds left, there's not really a way Datshim could take that back. And Senpai,
he's just taking a sip of his water.
Senpai takes
He's like,
2-0
I'm done with
lead.
this. I'm
That's
done
crazy.
with this.
Some
SenpaiRekt.
applause here for Senpai. Woo!
In the lead here. I wonder if they can hear
Amazing
that on
play here
stream.
by Senpai.
We can also do it like.
Okay. Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
Big boys.
Oh, he seems a bit concerned there in the face of
That
Datshim.
was really crazy.
He's now
Datshim.
down 2-0.
What
That's
a rough
quite
start here for Datshim to fight
Yep.
against a 2-0. Now he really has to focus. There's literally nothing to lose here. He has to come back and play the best games of his life like he did in the qualifier.
Absolutely.
Nothing
No.
less we expect here from Datshim. So
Maybe it's also like to some extent it could also be like the stage experience in general.
I'm curious what discussions they have.
Yeah.
Maybe Datshim has an issue there with the connection or something. It looks
Yeah,
like
we'll have to have a look
they're having
at
a
that.
discussion.
Of course, we have our very competent Clash Royale admin in Dobragen here live on stage for this time. So you get a kind of a sneak peek what's usually going on behind the scenes, of course, as they seem to be discussing the issue here. Let's see if we can get an update.
Yeah, it looked actually a little bit like Datshim was not able to respond during the match because it was so fast. Maybe he had some connection issues. I don't know. Would be really interesting to know what they're discussing there.
I mean, to some extent, I think.
Unfortunately, no lip reading possible.
I really hope there was no technical issue because just judging by the gameplay we saw, I could imagine that it was just overall like a bit of an unlucky cycle, and especially if you're in this exact mirror deck, you barely have anything to edge your opponent out. And then it's like it all comes down to your cycle and essentially how efficient you can really play those cards.
From the starting hand you may get.
Yeah.
If you have the same deck but a different starting hand.
And like SenpaiRekt, he was able to like profit more off of his bar pot, I felt, because he could just defend. And if a bar pot is usually a very value-orientated card.
It's expensive.
But the thing, because it's a spawner and it pushes a lot of rather tanky units towards your side, if you defend those, your troops stay on your side of the river, so they can barely be attacked by your opponent. Plus, it's a very expensive
and you
card.
get stronger the longer it takes them. As long as you defend on your side, your counter push is going to be stronger. You actually build up a strong counter.
So it was like, it's kind of this tsunami approach, you know? You like pull back to build a really big wave that just then comes in and sweeps over your opponent.
That wave is really hard to defend. If you actually encounter that wave, it's going to be really difficult.
And there we
So we're going to see a little replay here. Let's go.
Yeah.
There's the replay, the bar.
We'll probably have to fix some technical issues there in between games if we can do that.
Here on the attack. I think
this big
may
push.
be the first push where he actually made it to the tower. Yeah, there, the knight on the tower with the graveyard, that was just too much.
Yeah. And then the E-Wiz behind that.
Beautiful push.
Yeah, doubling up on those Electro Wizards that were just able to get in so much value there, hitting the Baby Dragon as well as the tower at the same time. Then the graveyard just on top of it to seal the deal there.
I feel like he didn't have the poison in cycle there to actually defend the graveyard.
It really looked like it, which is weird because he already played quite a few cards and he never used the poison.
Yeah.
So I was a bit
because he had poison, but he didn't use it. That was kind of weird because poison would be such a great defense.
Yeah, maybe that was the
moment.
issue. I'm not sure.
But that was really the key moment. I mean, if this push did not happen, the game would be different.
He rage quit.
Yeah, Datshim has left. Ladies and gentlemen, Datshim has left the building.
We get him back. We'll get him back.
But he will be back.
He only left the chair, not the building.
He'll be back.
And there we also see our beautiful trophy here once again.
Yeah, there's the beautiful trophy. That's number 4 of the ESL Swisscom Hero League
at this point, if you're SenpaiRekt, do you even want another one of those? It's like, at some point
like
you run out of space, right?
Yeah, and sometimes it's just enough. I mean, how greedy can you be?
There's at some point you can't flex more, you know?
Yeah, what do you do with 4 trophies? That's just
unhealthy.
It gets ridiculous.
Yeah,
but we actually really hope that Datshim comes back here from this 0-2 because otherwise it would be really fast and really sad. We want to see some more matches. So
yeah, and I mean overall we've seen quite a few comebacks this season, especially. I felt like we had so many games going the full distance to all of those 5 matches.
That's what we want. We want
really
close matches.
It came down to the wire in so many of them.
Yeah. Why are you watching my screen?
Because the camera is
it's kind of hard here to spot which camera is actually running. Do you feel the same way?
The red one.
The red one. Now it's the red one. Now we see it. Hi guys. So we're actually very happy that you guys are watching this amazing Clash Royale match today with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're super excited and thank you so much for actually watching. We have to mention some things here. First of all, also thanks to Swisscom for helping this to happen. Then there is also some giveaways. Just put ! giveaway in the chat and you can participate in a giveaway. So I recommend you do that. And then also the hashtag challenge.
Mm-hmm. You can still when you're tweeting about the Swisscom Hero League, you can use hashtag ESL Swiss, and then we can actually feature your tweets here live on the stream.
That would be nice.
And react to it if you want to share any impressions, inputs, or whatsoever with us.
You have to
Please.
hurry in case this gets a fast game.
then we have to we'll have to crack some jokes, and
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure
That was in
really want
season
that.
3, right? Where in one stream we had
Oh,
jokes.
yeah, those were. Oh my gosh, I still have
Like,
sleepless nights.
What happened to the ice golem? The
Yeah.
criminal investigation about the ice golem? It's
It's a
become
cold
a cold case.
But I'm actually glad you could join me here once again for the grand finals. I was worried, but luckily the Bern Expo, they have an escalator, so you didn't have to walk up the stairs.
Stop it! You said no jokes.
Okay, yeah, that's
No jokes about age or your inexperience.
yeah.
I mean, that's the opposite of age. So we're not going to make jokes about that. And we're not going to talk about your single status.
Still hasn't changed.
It would also be hard, just looking at the audience here. I think it's not easy to change your status from single.
we can like if we get a fast game, we can do like what is it? Not in German it's like Herzblatt, where you have like people
yeah,
sitting
we have
on the
this little
chairs.
wall here.
Yeah, and then we just well on the opposite side of the plexiglass, it's kind of a farce because you can still see them. It would
It's
be
just
more
an
fun.
illusion, you know. Once you remove the plexiglass, it will be
And you
totally
can like ask
somebody
them
else.
questions and be like, oh
It's
yeah.
just like an illusion. I actually always loved to watch Herzblatt, by the way. That
Okay.
was a really good show with Rudi Carell at the time.
Yeah. I don't know how. I'm not sure how many of our viewers still know who Rudi Carell is.
Probably nobody.
I do, and it makes me feel super old.
We're in the same boat sometimes.
Yeah, see, so not even that far apart.
Not that far. And
Sometimes
the
it's not that far from
and
the zoom to the
difference
boom.
gets smaller over time, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Once we're at 80, it will be almost zero difference.
Yeah.
And we'll be, at 80, we'll still be casting.
I mean, I'm at 80 and you're at like what, 100 and
120 maybe.
105?
We'll still be casting, and I don't know what game we'll be casting in so many years.
Oh, that would be great.
Maybe Clash Royale Legends Edition or something like
Royale 23 VR.
Ultra
Super.
Legends VR Super Edition, and we will actually sit on the King Tower
Oh,
and
yeah.
spectate the matches from there in 3D.
or like sit on the tribune, you know, like on the seats. It has
Yeah.
both sides.
Or if some player misbehaves, you can actually just take their knight and pull him back or something like that. It's like interfere with the game.
Wow, you have to put yourself in harm's way or
Just
something.
take away the bridge. I mean,
Yeah.
if one of them is always pushing the same lane, you just take away that bridge and make sure he also switches lanes from time to time. That
While you
would actually be a nice feature.
mentioned the bridge, something we haven't touched on, and I'm a bit curious whether we're going to see anything of it today, because possibly we only have one game left here.
I hope not.
Is the changes to Heal Spirit? No, not Heal Spirit. Battle Healer, as well as the Royal Ghost. They both have finally been turned into floating cards. So not flying, they can't attack air units, but floating. So they're not on the ground. They don't get affected by things like earthquake, and they can just float over the river.
Okay.
They don't have to take the
Yeah.
bridge. They can just cheat and take
Floating
the
sounds
shortcut.
nice. I mean, like if we would be floating inside the arena and just watch from inside, that would be funny.
Yeah, I'd enjoy that.
Okay, maybe a little bit cringy when you're floating in the arena.
What? Why do you judge
Yeah, I
my
just had
floating?
this image when you made this movement here. I thought,
Yeah, I'm a great floater.
oh,
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah,
So where do you float?
I made I actually have an achievement in free floating.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
So how and where do you make such a free floating achievement?
I'm not allowed to disclose that
Okay,
because it's
you're a free floater.
yeah. I float free
Well,
through the universe and
okay.
through time and space.
okay. I just know about floating point
Floating.
calculations, but not about actually floating.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I used to drive skateboard. Yeah, I used
Oh, did you?
to skate long time ago. I can still remember.
Were there skateboards in 1762?
17. What year is that even? 1762. That's like 300 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, there have always been skateboards. Well, we just used from the cart. We took the wheels, like big wheels, put them on board and skate around.
I see. That sounds exciting.
Downhill skating was especially great.
Yeah, again, I mean, with those kind of tires, you can do like off-road downhill skateboarding.
Of course. And then later on, when those inflatable wheels were invented, that was even more fun.
When they were not made of wood anymore.
Yeah, wood was a little bit, you know what I mean?
Shaky, you know.
Shaky, rough. But yeah, I mean, we were rough ourselves in 1670. Rough guys, so.
Yeah, 1540 was a harsh time.
That didn't really bother. Yeah, speaking of 1490, that was rough.
We're just gonna take you back through time here. The Swisscom EuroLeague.
Space. Yeah, those were the times when actually Clash Royale was real.
Yeah, it's like no elixir whatsoever. Just,
no elixir.
Just
so we have a little information for you. Why we're talking so much here is we have a few network problems or a little network problem at the moment. They're trying to fix it, and as soon as it's fixed, we will go on with the matches. Till then, our dear friend Don Rigoni. By the way, you find him on social media with Don Rigoni very easily. Till then, he will tell us a little joke.
Wow! Thank you for putting me on the spotlight.
That's a good handover, isn't it?
Yeah. It's.
I love to put you on the spotlight, and I'll even give you some more time to think of a joke.
We don't have too much space here. I can't even hide and like, get away from the attention you just put on me. But yeah, it's at Don_Rigoni on anywhere you can possibly
and that's
find
not the joke.
That's not. Yeah, I was just about to say that's not the joke. And you can find this lovely gentleman here to my left with @Chief Avalon on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter,
Twitch, YouTube,
YouTube,
Twitch, Instagram, not Facebook anymore. I'm not active on Facebook.
Me neither.
So what did we say? Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, then TikTok. Don't miss on TikTok. It's an amazing platform. I love it. My dear friend here is not yet on TikTok, which is a shame.
That's in the eye of the observer.
We're going to the next match. Yes, finally.
There we go. SenpaiRekt with the chance to just seal the deal here.
And we hope it's not the last one.
Yeah,
even though my daughter is here and she of course cheers for Senpai.
That is.
But I cheer for the audience and I hope for more matches.
Oh, look at this. It is actually
Order versus Expo. What a matchup.
There is, beautiful, that fireball there.
And he's connected, and the rocket, and the little goblin, you know what he says? Yeehaw! That's what he says. He's sitting on that rocket.
Datshim already throwing down a good game there. Seems a bit disheartened by that matchup.
Yeah, we hope not. We hope not. Datshim.
I mean, that fireball was just perfect. Taking out the mortar there and knocking the knight back behind that right-hand princess tower in order to enable the Expo connection there.
He actually has rocket for the Expo, so I hope he's ready to use it.
Yeah, there he goes. Once again, another knight there comes in.
He's playing the mortar.
Same mistake will not be happening again.
Oh, it looks pretty similar to what just happened. The Expo again on the mortar.
And there's another fireball and another connection. That hurts a lot. That hurts a lot. And the rocket doesn't get too much value this time. 750 HP only.
The rocket's rather late. Datshim. Come on. You can make it. Never give up. Cheering a little bit.
Yeah. And there's the last connection.
Again.
That will just take down the right tower here.
First tower here for Senpai.
And now it's so incredibly hard for Datshim to recover from this here, as the skeletons try to get a bit of damage.
1 minute left. It's gotta be pushy.
And look at
this. Distracted by the knight.
Yeah, knight just so good at absorbing those mortar shots.
Fireball.
And there's some more fireball coming out. Yeah, this looks frustrating. Datshim!
He gives up.
He kind of throws in the towel there. Rocketing Pink Tower.
That is so unfortunate after playing the flawless season.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, this matchup is just super hard to deal with. I mean, you could see there with that
Excellent
first
matchup
fireball.
for
Just
Senpai.
so much damage coming in. And that's 20 more seconds that separates SenpaiRekt
You're
from
sure
his
that
fourth.
they're playing a best of 5, another best of 7? Can we change that?
Yeah, we'll have to ask. But with that,
Maybe we can change the rules.
for once to get some more action in, and it's
And 3 seconds
2,
left, and we have
1,
a winner.
and your season 4
Amazing winner
Swisscom
of
EuroLeague
season
champion
4.
here is once again SenpaiRekt here as he takes it 3-0 over Datshim.
We have a winner, amazing, SenpaiRekt.
Let's do some more.
He wins it for the fourth time.
We're destroying everything here.
Isn't that unbelievable? Holy cow, that was fast. That was
really fast.
crazy and unexpected. I wouldn't have thought that it's a 3-0 after that flawless
me neither.
season. I can't even speak anymore.
But
That flawless season by Datshim.
Datshim, he was like the one who prepared so well during the regular season. He really had Senpai's number. And I think this is just the proficiency that shines through here from SenpaiRekt, that he was like, okay, last time I got completely predicted and kind of outsmarted, and it was really frustrating experience for him. So he just decides to rip up the rulebook and throw it out the window and be like, you know what? I'm going to play whatever, and you're the one who's under pressure then, because it's just, see, at this top level, it's just the mind games in the end that really decided here. And you could tell, because in game 2 and in game 3 as well, SenpaiRekt had the perfect counter to Datshim's game plan.
You have to
his
say
deck
that
archetype.
as well. The matchup was just perfect for Senpai.
And it was so frustrating for him. You could
really
tell,
frustrating.
There's a reason you send a damn goblin on a rocket into your opponent's king tower's face. It's just like,
But
okay,
why
mate,
didn't
you
he
got me.
counter the Expo with the rocket fast? That was really
I think he
surprising.
didn't have it in cycle, and he
But the
didn't have
second
the
time,
elixir.
you think he also didn't have it the second time? Maybe.
I don't think so. I don't
That
think
was
he
so
didn't have
rough.
the elixir
I'm
there.
really curious how they gonna explain what just happened here. It must be very disappointing for Datshim after this flawless season. And on the other hand, it's amazing for Senpai. It's
Absolutely.
the fourth time he wins. Unbelievable.
And he always like wins so flawlessly too. I mean, it was a 3-0 this time. It was a 4-0 last time. In season 2
memorized all that.
against FCN Rise, it
Crazy.
also was a 3-0. And I think in season 1 it was a 3-1 against Jesus. So it's been like up and up and up for this man.
He's
And
always in the final. He's just ready in the final.
Yeah.
There's no it feels like he's totally not under pressure. He's always prepared and ready in the final. And actually, in front of the audience, I feel like he's even playing better if there's an audience.
Yeah, that was like a point I wanted to touch on a little earlier. Like the stage experience is certainly in favor of SenpaiRekt. I mean, he's been here so many times.
Yeah.
And I hear my headset, but I can't hear anything actually from production. And
Okay, we're going.
we can actually before we head over back to Reto on the big stage. We have another replay here coming
First,
up
we have a replay.
to have a look at these final moments.
In the meantime, we have to say goodbye, unfortunately, to you. It was a fast match. If you want to check us out on social media, you will find me, Chief Avalon, very easy to find on basically most important social media channels everywhere. And you will also find my dear friend here, Don_Rigoni, everywhere. Check us out. I wish you an amazing rest of the weekend. We're going to watch the replay and then we'll hand over for the interview. Final last words, my dear friend.
Yeah, also, of course, it was a little sad that we only got to see 3 games, but I think it just was a fantastic display of our player skill here. We'll still have to wait for Season 5 for someone to maybe finally take down SenpaiRekt once and for all here. But until then, we can remain excited. And also today, we got so much more esports action coming up for you guys, followed by like a little show match. Then we got CSGO later this afternoon, and then tomorrow with some League of Legends. But until then, enjoy the stream, and back over to Reto.
Here's the replay. Do they still hear us?
I'm not sure. Oh yeah, this was
And we're back. Thank you very much, Luca. Thank you very much, Jean-Paul. Once again, Jean-Paul, enjoy your weekend. Luca, we'll see each other later for CSGO. And with me right now, I dare it to say, is I'm pretty sure happy Senpai. Man, how are you feeling?
Feeling amazing. It was a bit of a weird final because Datshim had some issue with his phone, but I'm nonetheless happy.
I would like to ask you so many questions, but there are two big elephants in the room. First of all, what happened during this final? We saw there were some technical issues. What do you think happened from your standpoint?
Well, I mean, I think he had some Wi-Fi issues, like there were some lags, he couldn't place his cards at the right time. And then his phone worked, and then mine got like kicked out of the Wi-Fi. So I don't exactly know what happened, but it was just quite unfortunate.
I think you respect him immensely as a player. You know
Definitely.
he's a pretty strong contender. Also, he played a flawless season. I don't know. Do you have any words for him maybe to not let his head hang, or I don't know, keep up the energy for next season? I mean, it has to be heartbreaking for him.
I mean, we've seen how much he's grown. He finished first and second season like at the bottom of the round robin, and now is in this final twice in a row. So he has the potential, he can do it, and I think he deserves this title just as much as me.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's pretty humble, I have to say. I'm not sure, though, if there's anyone in Switzerland who deserves a Clash Royale title more than you. And yeah, the second big elephant in the room, I mean, you told us you haven't had the time to prepare very much because you're doing your military service, but please, what is your goddamn secret? You're coming here on stage for the fourth time. I mean, you're back-to-back champion now. How can someone beat Senpai?
Well, I mean, the big secret of this season and last season was definitely Bastok, so my coach. We've worked a lot together, especially this season, because, as you said, I don't have a lot of time. So what he does is he checks what my opponent plays, and then he tries to find some decks that could be good. And just before the match, like 30 minutes before, we had a call, and I asked him, okay, tell me the decks I'm going to play. And he told me first you go bait, because he's going to play Zappy. Second, you go the graveyard deck I played, because he's going to go E-Golem, but that didn't happen. And then third, you just go with what you're confident with. And like the deck I played, Expo, is a deck that I've played a lot on ladder, so I know it quite well. And I've got to say also the matchups were very bad for him, except the one where he had the internet issue, so that's a bit like a robbery.
I don't want to put you in a compromising position, but I think you need to pay your coach very well. And do you have any last words maybe for any of your supporters? As always, they have come in masses today to support you. Anything you would like to say to the crowd or to the Twitch chat maybe?
Well, thanks a lot for those who came out. Thanks a lot to Dadi and Richabua, like they said on the stream, Bastox and Kangaroo, who I don't know where he is now. And also, of course, Datshim. I hope I can see you again in the next final.
Thank you very much. You can hand me over the mic. Listen, young man, you can enjoy your moment now. You're going to lift the trophy and smile for the cameras, young man. Go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, your Clash Royale Season 4 hero for Mind Sanity, it is SenpaiRekt. Oopala. Congratulations, Senpai. Very deserved, in my opinion. Enjoy the rain. What a joy to see this young man prevail for the fourth time. Really an impressive feat, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for the show. I leave you guys. See you in 5 minutes with the CSGO show match. Bye-bye.